Hello everyone, and thanks for hanging out with me. Now it's time for the Kia EV6 driving review. I will test how it drives, how's the suspension, how's the steering, how's the ACC, adaptive cruise control, how is it at top speed, how does it handle the noise level and all of this. And how to interact with the car. First we have the key. Here on the side are your buttons to open and close, and this is the trunk where you just have to hold it. And here you can summon the car out of a parking spot, for example, forward and in reverse. That works too, so that's cool. As in the Ioniq 5 and Kia e-Niro, Kia e-Soul and Hyundai Kona, when you turn on the car, there's an Ioniq 5 there. Yeah. When you turn on the car and you don't have your seatbelt on, it beeps 5 times. If you have a seatbelt on before that, it's fine. Press the brake, then you turn your gear change here to the right, and then you're in drive. With P, you're in park, but you still have to engage parking brake yourself. Even when you turn off, it doesn't do that. When you go in reverse, of course, rear view camera and a 360-degree camera comes on, and you hear the beeping for the backwards driving. There is no rear wiper if it's raining. I don't know, it's not raining today, how it will be in the rain. Ioniq 5 was bad. When you're driving, you always when you start, the Regen level is in the level that you had the last time, except for the I pedal. This is the one pedal driving. It always goes back to level 3, and with the pedal shifters, with the right you get less Regen, and with left you get more Regen. And I can go to max I pedal, and then you even get a beep. And if you don't like lane assist, you just press long the self-steering button and it disengages, so that's fine too. And here, of course, you have your driving information where you always see your trip meter. You have, same as the Ioniq 5, you have 3 trips, but only 2 can be reset by you after recharging and accumulated info. The drive information, the car does that. How do you get to the next thing? And here on the top, you can go to all the other information. In this screen here, you can see what the motor is doing and if it's using all-wheel drive or not. If you want to change drive mode, that's here. Go to sport, then it goes red. Green is eco, and well, doesn't change too much for normal drive mode. And here we have your for cruise control and stuff. And again, trip meter is the best. We do this one here, and let's drive a bit. How can you turn that off? Ooh, you can turn it off with a press. And of course in here you have your home button, and then we also have here the energy consumption. You can see what all the individual things are using in power. And which is what was weird, when you are in the battery mode, you cannot see here on the right your battery. When you go out and you are in map, for example, then you can see it. That was better, wasn't that different in the e-Niro? I think so. But here you can see that 100% of power usage is the electronics, and it's almost 500 watt and stands still. The fan is on, but on low, on 1. No heat is on right now, I don't need it. Let's drive. When you are in I pedal, Regen brings you to a stop, and you don't have creep as well. And you have that nice camera view for the right. So if there would be someone on a bike coming on the right, that's great, great feature. And what I can hear is the E sound, so the driving sound is quiet, but it's even on when you're standing. So when I'm standing here, I can hear it. Oh, you can't hear it from there, but I can hear it from the inside. Oh, Regen is awesome. What I can say is steering is a bit heavier than in other cars. This car has 20-inch wheels, 255 I think on. I feel very close to up here. This is very, very close, even though I'm in the lowest position, and I'm in a good position to still reach the steering wheel and have a good brake feel. The seating position with the car is a bit weird. It's a big car. It doesn't feel as big as the Ioniq 5 and I prefer that. Yeah, that's, oh, whoa, that's not nice. So when you accelerate and then you get off the accelerator pedal, the Regen kicks in very late. It takes 2 seconds till there is any braking. Not a fan of that. And this is an I-pedal, the strongest Regen and one pedal driving. But nice and quiet. The ride is not as harsh as I was scared of, because a lot of people said that the Kia EV6 ride is very sporty. I don't feel that. The steering wheel is a tiny bit too heavy for me, but it's fine. It's no problem. Just need a bit more force. But the ride is very nice. How do I do navigation? Navigation, come on, previous destination. Yeah, setting a destination takes a while. And requesting, connecting, routing. What's the holdup? Why is it still not here? There we go, and then still start guidance. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice. That is very nice. And let's go. 3, 2, 1, full! There we go. That was nice. It feels good driving. It's at 100 kilometers an hour. Let's do that. Still very nice noise level. Like I said, steering is a bit more direct than in other cars, but it's not horrible. I have to see that at higher speeds. Maybe at 150, this is too direct. Feels good. The accelerator pedal on Sport is very nervous. So a bit of a movement and you're going. But in normal mode and eco mode, that's totally different. Ooh, can't see anything. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. It's not brutal power, but this is power that I like. This is enough. 239 kilowatt. All-wheel drive. Yeah, the Regen kicks in with a delay. Not a fan of that. And the power is right there. That's, and 3, 2, 1, and 3, 2, 1. See, then the Regen kicks in. There's a delay. Not a fan of that. Normal. And it has the same as Ioniq 5 and all the other Kias and Hyundai electric cars. When you switch drive modes, the position your accelerator pedal is in means different power, and therefore when you switch from normal to sport, you accelerate, even though you don't move your accelerator pedal. And when you go in eco, you slow down. So let's try cruise control. There we go. One button, and then down here we have the distance. I set it to full, and then here I set the speed. Long press is to the next. That's good. Nice. And I have self-driving on. Can I turn that off? Yes. And of course, turn it back on here, off here. How is it at 130? Comfy. A bit louder, but it's still okay. Steering wheel, it's very direct, but so far it's okay. We'll see when I drive a bit faster. The armrests are not very soft, but they're okay. Yeah, blind spot warning is needed because I can't see too much. The B pillar is right here, and then there's my headrest. I cannot see what's behind me here. I have to go forward to see something. So let's go a bit faster. Check it out. Everything's recording. Good. Let's go in sport mode. Cruise control off. And let's go. 150. Nice noise level, no problem at all. Steering, it's a bit nervous. Wow, why are we going 192? I thought this car only goes 100 and, it must be GPS speed, 185. Even at 190 now, it's okay. And if I brake hard with Regen, it moves around a bit. Steering at that speed is okay, but right now I have the perfect road. I have to say, this is amazing. It's a bit more windy. You have to hold it with two hands, of course. But let's go 150. Let's try that. How that is. This should be less dramatic. Yeah, that's fine. You can drive that with one hand and comfortable. It's a bit louder than, of course, than 130, but that's okay. Feels good. Suspension is very good. I like it. It's not too soft, not too hard. They nailed it better than Ioniq 5. Steering a tiny bit too direct for my taste. So a bit too nervous, but not as Model Y. Model Y was extremely nervous. It's very stable. This is a very good ride. What if I am in normal mode? Yeah, it's still so much power. Whee! Even a bit in the corner with 180. There's no problem. I wouldn't go faster. I'm also not a big fast driver. Drive information. What do we have? Ooh! The consumption is high since we drive a bit faster. What's our instant consumption? Ooh, look at that. See it in the bottom. I will now do the 130 kilometers an hour range test. Start at 100%, arrive with hopefully 15 or maybe even 10%. See what the range is, how the consumption is with heat and everything. Where is driving? There we go. What's the most Regen? 140 kilowatt is the highest. There was a high Regen. Wow. And full power, 229 was the highest I have seen. Regen again, 153 kilowatt of Regen. 135. Self-steering with distance. See what it does. How long till it will annoy me? Which is good. It should annoy me. Ooh, that's long. Keep hands on steering wheel. I want to beep. There we go. That's a good beep. And I want to see, do I have to move the steering wheel or just touch it? That would be also important. Just touching, no movement needed. Awesome, I like that. It's moving a lot around, so I see a lot of left, right the whole time. And I feel it when I'm holding the steering wheel too. It's the whole time, it's weird. Huh. Impressed, I like the car. There's a few things that I don't love, but overall, ooh, brakes are good. And now let's see, charging at 800 volt. Who's there? What is that? A Ford Mustang Mach-E. Cool. Where am I? Where am I? Oh, and off. Nice. That was cool. Don't forget YouTube membership. You get early access to videos every time when they're done. And of course, background info if someone is contacting me, or I contact someone for a car or whatever, and if there's something going on. It's always funny. But that, and of course merch. Look at the beautiful hoodie. I love that hoodie. I really do. It's so nice and warm. T-shirts too, and caps and all the stuff. Okay. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.